We'll start in just a minute. What's going on, Russell? What are you up to? All right. No time to waste. All right, tonight got ourselves, this is our 5th case of Star Trek Inflections. Break is sponsored by Blowout Cards. So we are still on the hunt for the Khan duel or the Jolene Blaylock. They're the two biggies. Matter of fact, except for one of the original art from the metal portrait cards, I think any of those, the duels, because we only ever pulled the duel in the first case, and the Jolene Blaylock, I think we pulled everything else that you can out of here. I was kind of surprised at how rare, I guess I'll say, or how hard the duels were to pull. We pulled the one out of the first case, and a couple other breaks all had gotten a duel. I just assumed that they were one per case, but it looks like we're looking at less than 1 in 5 cases. Just adding in Jeff's case, he didn't get a duel either. All right, we're going to go as quick as we can. We've got 2 drafts going on at the same time, so going to be bouncing around a little bit. Figured these aren't too bad to open, and if I have to jump off for a second. So I would say that this has been a lot of fun opening up this. I kind of wonder if this might be our last case, though. This one took a little bit longer to fill. So might be worth it to take a break. Maybe we can hold off and go for that. What's the new release called that's coming out in a few months? I know it's an original series. It's a TOS release. We got one of the expressions cards of the Doctor. Wait, let me make my stacks everywhere. First autograph is Marina Sirtis. Tonight is the first draft that I'm using the new computer on. I've got most of it up and running. couple odds and ends I forgot to copy over from the old computer. Got our first sketch already. We'll start with Julie Morgan. And we'll see, come on. There's a couple of the ones that, you know, we definitely get, you know, two of, and she's one of the ones we might. Well, Russell, if it were me, I would get this, only because CZX, I really think you need to get an entire case. And this one is not signed. I don't see anything anywhere. Waiting for it to focus. There it goes. Yeah, if you were going to say you're going to buy an entire case, then I might take a chance at CZX. Okay, phaser cut of Sulu and Denise Crosby. Oh, I don't blame you on not splurging on a case. I mean, that case, the two cases that we just opened, I mean, were tremendous, but I think we just got extremely lucky. I mean, the one case in particular, the one with the Wonder Woman autograph. But this, I mean, you just feel like you're getting more. At least in my opinion. And the fun factor, I think, is a little bit more here. You know what? The Doctor Expressions card came in a soft sleeve, and then the next one didn't. So we got to check off the Expressions. And Anthony Montgomery. I didn't watch any of the newest series. I didn't really watch the let's see, that's a Bridge Crew. I don't know, each new Star Trek release or show, I don't know, I had less interest in watching. A Data sticker and Sharon Thomas. Now I think the price on a case, I think is going to, for CZX, I think is going to go down a little bit. I have a feeling that there isn't too much of this left. I feel like a lot of Inflexions has been opened, so I have a feeling that, you know, there won't be a ton left. Dr. Phlox for Finest Portrait. And Carl Urban. I don't have what is that, CBS All Access, so I never got to see Discovery. Expressions, Odo. And our bridge crew, Leonard Nimoy. I think it's such a great image for this. Excuse me 1 second. Let's see, what's left in Stellar? Guess I'd go with Matthew Wood. Kind of an auto pick to make. We're at the bottom of the pile. Oh yeah, it was probably a long time ago. Well, it had to have been. Here's one of the mirror cards. Janeway and Chakotay. And Ralph Brannon. Yeah, there you go. That should be our bet for tonight. So we should end up with probably 3 or 4 doubles. So you've got Jake Sisko and Robert Picardo in the bridge crew. There are most likely duels. And then in the classic movie series version, the Ralph Brannon, the Sharon Thomas, Julie Morgan. Here's one of the villain, Professor Moriarty, and Beth Toussaint. Oh, is that one still there? Well, there's going to be one. Oh, yeah, she's still up there. Hers is a base auto, though. Of course, so is Matthew Wood. She signs so much. Blackiston's a green. Bowersfield's a green. Yeah, all right, fine. I'll go with her. Somebody's going to town in this thing. See the cursor's going all over the place. But there'll be one more stellar break, Russell, if you want to take a chance at it. Same price still. I had already submitted it. I just, it takes a few days usually before Houdini goes through the 5,000 reported posts he probably gets. I would love to get another duel out of here. So does the video seem smoother tonight? Excuse me. sticker of Nurse Chapel. Where's the stickers at? There it is. Bridge crew autograph. Another good one. Jerry Ryan. Let's see. This one's got a metal card in it. Yeah, I just don't think I had the memory in the other computer. So I had a couple of windows open end stream. It was killing me. Commander Tucker in the metal portrait. Silver signature, Anthony Montgomery. Put that one there. And I just gotta type something here real quick. Okay, last pack of this box. Well, I really doubt 2 duels is going to happen, but I think Expressions, Lieutenant Reed. Hey, Jeff pulled both relics in his case, so at least that part's a possibility. And Laura Banks. It's one of the other ones. We're getting everybody here. It's just a matter of when we're going to get our duplicate. I know, I was really surprised. I mean, if everybody that was signed up in the 16 box case, what's up, Finding Time, would have just cut their numbers in half and moved over to that, we would have been almost full. Might be a metal. I'm trying to feel. Yeah, these are heavier. And Geordie sticker. Walter Koenig. You know, I didn't pay that close attention to the signatures of his we got. That's a pretty sloppy signature. Portrait of Janeway. And Chase Masterson. And that's our first Deep Space Nine version. Expressions, Dax. And Connor Trenier. So far, so good for the new computer. There's just a few things that I gotta. This is the first time I'm actually streaming a break. You know, I did those two little testing ones. I had something wrong where I didn't have audio the first time, and then the second time worked okay, but I got a weird error when I went to start it. And again, I don't know if it's just the operating system that makes it do different things. Let's see. But I like this one's got a solid state drive, so it's a lot quieter. And Ensign Sato expressions. And Next Generation Brent Spiner. Come on. There we go. But I think the biggest problem with the old computer is, and I couldn't tell you how much or how little, is I don't think it had enough memory. I think this computer's got either 8 or 12 gig on it. A Neelix portrait. Good old Jake Sisko. So like I said, in all the cases, the 4 cases that we've opened so far, the bridge crew, I think him and the doctor are the only two we've ever gotten doubles. Check off phaser cut. And Tamara Lee Krinsky. Well, I am shocked that we have not gotten a duplicate yet. Saying some of these packs really pull you. That pack is really thick. I'm going to save that one for last because I have yet to see the Jolene Blaylock relic, so I don't know how thick that is. I know that the Linda Park relic is really thick, and then the duels. Here's a stamp, Captain Archer, number 125 of 125. Gates McFadden, bridge crew. So everybody keep your fingers crossed for a duel. Torres phaser cut. Thomas Decker. We are really pressing our luck. We've yet to get a double. All right, now I'm going to make you wait a second. So we're 9:50. 10:15. All right, so we're good on the draft. making sure everybody's still picking. All right, is it a dual? I can't tell. It's thick. Be a dual. Be a dual. No, you know what? It could be a relic. It's not a dual. I don't see the fold in it. It's not a dual. Sticker of Paris, but it is Jolene Blaylock. That is pretty rare, and it's just the fabric is like velvet, so I don't think that it is like some any kind of a variant. I think it's just the way the light is shining on it because it's kind of pleated feeling. All right, and it's just a little bit too thick. I don't want to take a chance, so I am not putting it in a soft sleeve. The thick one it's just a little tight. So we will just put it in a team bag. All right, I'm happy, very happy with that one. Hey, nothing says you can't buy into it. Tell you what, though, I would say getting that and getting a Nimoy, that's pretty good luck in this case. Here's the duo, Lorca, and whoever this is, Saru. Where am I keeping it? Go there. And we hit our first double, Julie Morgan. So that's more than what the Cumberbatch Montalban goes for. We got here Dr. Crusher and the Expressions. Cole Meany, Bridge Crew. I don't get this with that image. Like him looking up like that. I don't know. Finding Time, I was not planning on doing that. Honestly, I think it's too expensive. I think overpriced. Villain Sela. Real quick, I would say right now, without opening the rest of this case, this is our best case we've ever opened. And something important about this one, the other one or two that we've pulled, I'm pretty sure his signature's gone off the card. This is perfectly centered on the card. So now, Cumberbatch, Nimoy, and Blaylock in the same case. And we're not even halfway done. How many more times are you going to say that, Mike? Now, even if we pull the Takei, was it Whitney, right? That duel, I mean, that still would be something. Let's see. Let's go with. Can't tell if any of these are metal. Oh, a sticker. That's why. Guinan sticker. Here's one of our other possibilities for a double. Mark Allen Shepard. I mean, the only thing I could say is that if somebody asks me to, I'm more than happy to try it, but I am not going to put in for it unless I'm specifically asked. So if you want to go and post it and see if anybody wants to do it, you know, go for it. We got here a Tucker phaser cut. Gates McFadden #2. She's in this a lot. I mean, that's even for Star Wars. What do you got? Women of Star Wars, Rise of Skywalker Series 2, and what's the other one that they had? Was it another Legacy set or something? I forget what the third. I thought there was a third release. There's Patrick Stewart, 66/125, and Tim Russ for our Bridge Crew autograph. Yeah, I feel like it's not Chrome Legacy, but it might be like a Chrome Perspectives again. I feel like it's one that they've, you know, a name they've used before. Let's see, what do we got? This one's metal. That's like, oh, you know, and speaking of Chrome, whatever, Chrome Legacy, if anybody opened any and they've got base cards laying around, I might have asked most of you already, but I never finished my set. So if anybody has any base cards laying around and they want to trade them or give them away or whatever, what do you got here? Mirror Sulu, villain, and Terry Farrell. I'm still, oh geez, I want to say I'm like 25 cards short of a set, and I know Jake, he's been pretty swamped, but he said he's got like maybe 8 of what I need, but I don't know what the numbers are. Sticker of Dr. Crusher. And is this our second duplicate? I think it is. Nope, not yet. But one of the duplicate people. Michael Snyder. I'm also, I think, 3 cards short of a set of the Return of the Jedi black and white. Rand expressions. And Kate Mulgrew. That marks our halfway point. I say I just stop now and we call it a day. But in all seriousness, we Should be getting 2 more sketches, 1 more relic, the autograph relic, maybe one of the crew relics. Oh, there's another double. Not one I expected. Tim Russ. I thought he would have been above the level. Oh, and Cadet Nog portraits. Yeah. I had a thread that I kind of let die that's got a bunch of Michael Schneider #2. It's got, I think it's got the list in there. And we got ourselves the Deep Space Nine relic, 16 of 115. And if anybody is looking for any inserts or whatever, especially if you're in the Facebook group, and if you're not, iFish73 Non-Sport Group Breaks and Mail Service, a sticker of Captain Janeway, and an autograph of Captain Janeway. Any of these base and inserts, if you need them, they're free. Just pay for shipping. I just don't want them anymore. When we do these breaks and I sort all the base and inserts, you know, a lot of times, especially base, there's always a ton of that left over. But with the inserts, there might be a couple of stragglers that don't fit to any of the spots, and they just basically sit in a pile, or people don't want them and they just tell me to keep them. And either I keep them for myself or trade them away or whatever. But if you go and join the Facebook group, and anything, pretty much anything that I've opened, I've got Walking Dead, Star Wars, some Game of Thrones, some, I don't know, probably stuff from, what else have we opened? Stranger Things, a little bit of DC stuff. A sticker of the Doctor. Nichelle Nichols. You know, I don't follow the prices on the secondary market for Star Wars. Excuse me, Star Trek. I apologize for that. But I don't know. I'm really surprised at how low that she goes in the draft. And what do we got here? Captain Pike and #1 on the duo. And then here is Sharon Thomas, #2. I think everybody sided with William Shatner in the Takei Shatner feud. What's got here? Worf Expressions. And Christopher Plummer. He's one. I feel like we've gotten 2 of him in every single case that we've opened so far. This feels like a metal card. There's another duplicate. Mark Allen Shepard. These I just show you real quick. I don't think anybody really cares too much. And Captain Sisko for our expressions. And we got here Gold Ducat Villain. Bridge crew autograph of Ethan Phillips. Sticker of Jake Sisko. You know how I mentioned that this is our best case we've opened? I would like to say that again. Whoopi Goldberg. Just don't want to come out. No, I got this thing. I like putting them closing the box in the same way. All right, bear with me for one quick second. Sorry, I'm just trying to do the drafts at the same time as this. So I did send one to Scuba Tuba. He was next on the. You guys know me. I call it a soft clock. So I'll just send him a reminder. All right, we're all good. Thank you for your patience. Johnny A, no, the break is not listed on eBay. These are done through Blowout Cards and my own private Facebook group, which we've only done a couple on the Facebook group. Let's see, we got ourselves Archer and who's on the side? T'Pol for the duo. Hollow. Yeah, I'll be honest with you. I don't know if I would ever do one on eBay. They kind of scare me. Branscombe, Richmond. But if you check, you're gonna have to help me out, Russell. I don't know what a short is. A lot of these weird break terms I'm not familiar with. Expressions, Kira. Oh, I could do that. I can take mail service off of it. Grace Lee Whitney. I just did it because it was I have on the Facebook group I can pretty much do what I want. But I would like to keep the basically if I just take mail service off the back end of it, that would be sufficient, I would think. And Lieutenant Paris for the phaser cut. Wait. And our seems like our pretty much guaranteed Nana visitor. That and Malcolm McDowell. Well, that's what we were just saying right now. So wait a minute, I need everyone. I might be changing it slightly, but right now it's iFish 73 non-sport group breaks and mail service. So I might, at Russell's request, knock off the mail service part on the end. But for a few people, Russell and Crew, he used it once. I was listening to, it might have been Trevor, but they were getting killed in fees on Check Out My Cards has a mail service for people that don't live in the United States. Shinzan and Nicholas Meyer. There's a sketch. Linda Park is our bridge crew autograph. And no name again. Brent Ragland. This one, I'm going to take it out of soft sleep because I think the glare is going to get it. Make it a little bit harder to see. I just got to get it to focus. Ah, this kills me, this camera. I'm going to keep the iFish 73. And Uhura sticker. And Michael Dorn. One thing that stunk is my actual account. I tried to make the name iFish 73 and it wouldn't let me. So we are down to 5 boxes. I'm also going to what do you call it? On this YouTube page, I'm gonna actually make the homepage thing. All right, Scuba Tuba is looking at the list now to pick. So I'm so generous with my time on the clock. I know people get mad at me. I'm just too laid back with it. I mean, it's just cards. Oh, we got another sketch. That looks like a lot of paint. That might be a Charles Hall. Where's the name at? And that it is. Jonathan Frakes. And again, I'm gonna take this one out of the saw sleeve. I definitely think that the fact that they stamp the back of the sketches, Star Trek Inflexions, if they do one of these kind of sets, I think that'd be a good idea for all the cards. That way you know where it came from. And we got here Kira and Cisco and the duos. And Bridge Crew, Walter Koenig. Alright, so that's 3 sketches now. That should be it. Let's see, 2 stamps. Is it 2 stamps or 3 stamps in a case on average? I forget now. Dr. Bashir, Expressions, and Momo Yashima. Okay. Tuvok sticker. And Bridge Crew of Jonathan Frakes. Here's a portrait, Dr. McCoy. And I believe this is a double as well. Man, we got Ralph Brandon pretty early, didn't we? Yep. Got to take the good with the bad. And Tuvok expressions. And it would be inconceivable to not have Wallace Shawn come out of a case. There. I keep on using that word. What word is it that I use? Inconceivable? Is that not what he says in Princess Bride? Ah, you mean I've been saying it backwards? And Troy expressions and Malcolm McDowell. Well, now you made me feel foolish. Listen now, have fun storming the castle. That was Billy Crystal's line. I haven't seen that movie in so long now. Printing plate, and it's on a fair amount. And card number 68, it is a yellow printing plate of Chakotay. And bridge crew, Brent Spiner. So do you think the new Picard show is going to have any kind of an uptick in any of the autographs? I know it's, I know that Spiner, Freaks, and I think they said Whoopi are all making appearances on the show. Phaser cut of Quark. And the human Ethan Phillips. Oh, okay. I got you, Powder. I don't have it that memorized. Two to go. So I'm going to guess, though, I said it earlier, I think this is probably going to be our last case, only because it took a while for this one to fill. So I think we might have hit, wow, a duplicate, and one that I would not have expected. So we got ourselves the Kirk Spock. This is the Chris Pine and Zachary Quinto version. And bridge crew of Walter Koenig again. That's definitely not going to complain about getting a double of him. Expressions, Dr. Phlox. And Tamara Lee Krinsky, number 2. Portrait of Chekhov. And Christopher Plummer, number 2. Kind of surprised, like Christopher Plummer, like where did they like forget they had these autographs? Because we've gotten 2 in every case. Okay, our last box. Let's see. No, we got a triple. That stinks. We got a double of Captain Pike and number 1 in the duo. Wonder if that means like it's a duplicate pack altogether. I'm curious now. Because it's Mark Allen Shepard, and that's number 3 of him. I just want to see if this white parallel is a duplicate. I don't remember how far back we got that one. It does not appear. Nope. So just the insert and the autograph are the same. So that's number 3. Okay, something metal in this one. Yeah, see it. Sharon Thomas. That's number 3 of her. I mean, I'm not going to complain. We had too much good to outweigh, you know, a couple of dud autographs at the end. And also considering the Lieutenant Paris, also considering that the break got a little bit cheaper, so it went, so we lost 2 spots, so they snaked more on their own anyway. So we got Michael Dorn. There's our Bridge Crew autograph. Hold on a second here. Something going on. Doing some magic off camera here. Oh my God, what is going on here with this plastic? There was an extra hit in that pack. George Takei and the Grace Lee Whitney duel. I'm not going to open up any further than that. I don't like, because it's already sealed, I don't want to mess with the spine of the card. But now this one should fit in here. It's the worst duel. There's only 3 of them though. Not complaining at all. All right, we are done. This was by far the best case we have opened of this. So let's see. We had Carl Urban, Nana Visitor, Malcolm McDowell, autographed relics. In the classic. So let me sort these because we did. There's Ethan Phillips as a human, Momo Yashima, Michael Snyder, excuse me, Nicholas Meyer, Branscombe Richmond, Whoopi Goldberg. I'm just Gates McFadden, Thomas Decker, Laura Banks, Walter Koenig. This is all the classic version. So we got 2 Michael Snyders, 2 Ralph Brandons, 2 Tamara Lee Krinskys, 2 Julie Morgans, and 3 Sharon Thomases. In the well, we got 2 Christopher Plumbers. In the Deep Space Nine, we got 3 Mark Allen Shepherds, Chase Masterson and Wallace Shawn. Silver signatures, we got Kate Mulgrew and Anthony Montgomery. Got a yellow printing plate of Chakotay. 3 sketches, Charles Hall, Brett Ragland, and one of them is not signed. I do not see a name on this anywhere. Maybe. You know what? I see it. When I scan it, I'll tell, but that might be a cover, like a Roy cover for that third, the first sketch, the one of Kirk. So we got one of the Legends, Kate Mulgrew autograph. The Deep Space Nine version, we got Jonathan Frakes, Michael Dorn, Brent Spiner, Denise Crosby, and Beth Toussaint. Bridge Crew, Michael Dorn, Brent Spiner, Jonathan Frakes. We got 2 Walter Koenigs, Linda Park, Grace Lee Whitney, Ethan Phillips, Nichelle Nichols, Terry Farrell. We got 2 Tim Russes, Cole Meany, Gates McFadden, Cyril Lofton, Connor Trenier, Jerry Ryan, Anthony Montgomery, Marina Sirtis, and Leonard Nimoy. Now I'm missing out on. We got our dual autograph of George Takei and Grace Lee Whitney. We got the Deep Space Nine relic. We got the Jolene Blaylock autographed relic. That is, I think that is just as rare as getting the Cumberbatch Montalban duel. And we also got the Cumberbatch, which again, it is a perfectly centered, clean signature. It doesn't go off the card at all. So this by far was the best case we pulled, better than the first case. So this one pulls into the lead. Thanks for watching. I'll try and get the scan started tonight, but it's already 11:15, and I got to go to work tomorrow. So you probably won't see any scans until tomorrow night. But thanks for watching, and if there's anything you want to have me break, oh, you know what? Let's do this way. Star Wars Stellar number 3. I submitted the break over the weekend. It should come up anytime now. That'll be the last for 2018 Stellar that I am going to be doing. I also will be submitting another break for Historic Autograph Civil War. I'm not a Civil War person, so I was told that our break was a little bit on the below average side, but they are willing to give it another shot to try and pull that Abraham Lincoln autograph. So that'll get submitted. I think we're just about full on the other case of Game of Thrones Inflexions International Edition, so there might be a few spots left in that. Let's see, what else? Join the Facebook group. Might have a shortened name after tonight, so might take a little bit off of that name, make it a little bit easier. And first chance I get, I'm going to work on the front page of YouTube, and at least I'll try and get a link to the Facebook page on there. But iFish 73, non-sport group breaks, and mail service. So join the Facebook page. We're filling a break of an 8-box case of Avengers Endgame and Captain Marvel. We just filled a break of a box of premium Rick and Morty season 3. We're just waiting on the last like 2 people to pay powder. I got the case in the mail, the box in the mail today. So once they pay, I can do the random and we can get that one going. So that's about it. Thank you for watching, and see you on the next break.